are. It is a program whereby our seniors, our wonderful seniors, can impart to their peers and to their and to the underclassmen some words of wisdom. Some we can all profit from what they've learned, and they'll be passing that on to us. Okay, so our very first one is going to be introduced by Mrs. Neal.
Julia says it looks like we're on a talk show. I think I kind of like this. I wish I could show you a picture right now of this beautiful little girl dressed all in white, running and leaping and twirling and smiling onto a stage in a show called Children of Eden. Little Julia Schifani was the dove coming to reassure Noah and his family that they needn't worry. It was a big show with a big orchestra, a huge cast, these giant life-size puppets and props. Everything in the show was bigger than this little girl. She was in the 4th grade. Every day that she was scheduled to come to practice, she was there early. Every time she was asked to run and jump into the arms of Yona, she did so with fervor and enthusiasm. She never said a word in that show, but when she danced onto the stage, she moved every person in the audience. And I wish I could show you a piece of video of this little 5th grade Julia Schifani as Helen Keller. There was not a person in that audience who was not touched in a very deep place by her performance. I'm a theater aficionado. I have seen Miracle Worker probably 25 times. I've seen it in professional theaters, I've seen it in school theaters. I had never, ever seen, and haven't since, seen a Helen Keller like this. And I had never seen a young person work as hard in rehearsals. She wore knee pads, elbow pads, she slobbered, she spit cold scrambled eggs every day. She left every rehearsal with these mats and knots in her beautiful long hair. She never tired. And I could go on and on and on and on gushing about Julia's every performance, but time will not allow, and we need to hear her. Teaching in the arts, I have a wonderful opportunity to work with some girls from the time that they're very young. And I don't just watch them grow up, I grow up with them. I have to know their hearts as well as their heads. And when a girl takes on the kind of roles that Julia has, I have to know her soul so that I can help her pull from it for her performances. So it has been with Julia. And what a phenomenal soul it is. Sometimes complicated, always loving, courageous, magnetic, and endearing. And this is what I want you to know about this beautiful and special young lady. Julia Schifani has a creative genius that few people have. She works hard, physically and mentally. She lives her passion, but most of all, she inspires me. I'm blessed to have her in my life. And though I would rather live in denial about the fact that this is her senior voice, which means that all too soon I will not have the opportunity to see her every day, a pleasure to which I've grown accustomed, I'm honored to introduce her today, Julia Schifani.
After that, okay. As little girls, we all love to get gifts. Whether it's bright and early on Christmas morning or a birthday dinner surrounded with friends and family, we all love that excitement of receiving something new. For me, it was always getting the newest Disney movies, but for you, it might have been the newest Barbie doll in her dream house, or the latest American Girl doll. Later, it was having your ears pierced, then finally getting your first cell phone. Pink razors were the cutting edge. Eventually, receiving your driver's license and maybe even a car. These are all gifts we might have received. However, many of us forget that the real gifts are the ones that are given to us by God. These undiscovered gifts and talents we are born with experienced so much joy and exhilaration in my life than when I was on that stage. I loved the theater, and I knew I always would. But I met new friends going through school, and they shared different interests. I tried out for a few more plays in high school, here and there, when my grades were solid. But I never really gave it my all. Sophomore year, I was sitting in the back row of Mass when it was still in the Hook Theater, and we were singing On Eagle's Wings. I had always loved the song, so I decided to sing loud and proud. At the end of the song, Miss Baker turned around to me and said, "You have a lovely voice. Have you ever considered cantering in Mass?" I was shocked and so flattered. I had been singing at Holy Rosary Mass for a while, but that was just church. I went through the rest of the day wondering, could this be my gift? I realized I should be doing more with what I had. The next year, I tried out for Ladies First, and I made the group. Then I tried out to be a cantor at school and received one of the 4 spots. I had never been so happy with what I was doing. Every day, I got up at probably about 6:45, and I'm not a morning person. And I got here at 7 a.m. for rehearsals. And although I had sleepy eyes, I was where I wanted to be. I eventually tried out for more plays and remembered that wonderful feeling that I had in grade school. That feeling of belongingness and overall happiness. I gained the confidence to be doing what I love. And now I'm happy with simply being myself. If I had one piece of advice to give to all of you, it would be to use every bit of talent God has blessed you with. Whether it's intelligence, athleticism, creativity, or anything in between, I challenge you to have the courage to discover your special gifts. Appreciate and share everything you have and everything you are. Traditionally, all senior voices end with a quote, so I'm leaving with you the words from Cinderella. She believed in dreams, all right, but she believed in doing something about them. Thank you.
And thank you, Julia, for sharing all your gifts with us. We appreciate that so much.